Alright, what's up everyone? This is Juco Prime, aka Jonah. Oh, excuse me. Um, this is my draft recap for the NBA, the Noobie Battle Association. Um, for me, it's emphasis on newbie because I am a noob when it comes to this form of actually battling in general, but this style of battling. But I'm gonna go through each Pokemon that I drafted, and we'll try to explain why I drafted it. So let's start with Starmie. Starmie was my what is it called? Starmie was my franchise pick. There we go. Sorry, I got distracted. Starmie was my franchise pick. The reason why I franchised this Pokemon because it's the fastest spinner in the game. You can't really stop Starmie from spinning, other than ghost types. They can, of course, wall that, which is cool. Um, I might not even bring it as a spinner every single time. It's just good to have as a good option. 115 speed, which is incredible. Um, let's see this here. Let's just get it up to 361, which is a great speed. Since we're playing at level 100, I love that. I'm able to adjust the speed however I want to outspeed certain threats. I could bring a bulky set. Um, again, depending on the matchup. Let's look at some of these moves that it gets. Coverage. You see Dazzling Green, Blizzard, just in case. Probably winning Grass Knot, Thunder, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. You get Recover, Psychic, Psych Shock as stabs, Reflect type, which it would be great. Do plan on bringing that. If I want to get some fast screens up, I can get a Reflect and let's see here, and Light Screen. So that's always an option. Glad I know that it gets Pain Split, which is cool. Sub, Toxic, I could potentially Trick, T-Wave for speed control. And then some other things here if I was trying to get I'm trying to get cheeky. Of course, Confuse Ray is great sometimes. Gravity is great. Again, like I said, if I'm trying to get cheeky. Yeah, Psych Up. I can something wants to set up on me. I can Psych Up. I don't know. Maybe even like Reflect type, Psych Up. Depending. Recycle's cool, potentially. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of options I could do with this Pokemon. So I'm excited about Starmie. Can't wait to see what I could do. Oh, let's get to the abilities. Natural Cure, which I can use this as a switch in for like status conditioning, such as Toxic or Thunder Wave or Will-O-Wisp or anything like that, which is cool for defensive. If I want to bring a defensive set, and also the Analytic. Which this Pokemon attacks have 30% power increased. If it's the last to move in the turn. So hopefully we can catch some things on the switching. Yeah, blow some threats back. Next up is Entei. Entei is amazing. I love the HP, the 115 HP, which that's a fat doggy right there. So I like that a lot. Attack, great. speed, base 100, so that's not bad at all. I can go, of course, I go choice banded or just so many different options. Of course, you see that power herb there, so you could do power herb, solar powered, not solar beam. If I see a water threat, like I said, if I'm feeling cheeky or whatever. Um, Moves, has a ton of moves here. His special attack is 90, which isn't awful. So I could bring mix, could bring special attack. So you see eruption here. I could do a subcom mindset 1 week if I wanted to. I don't think anyone's drafted Chansey. We'll see. But that's besides the point. I love that it gets facade. Flame charge if I want to set up and sweep. I can probably maybe predict a switch, go for the flame charge. Depending, of course, it depends on the matchup, and proceed to sweep. Especially if I have the flame charge with a expert belt, max speed. What I have to do, I'd have to check like the speed tiers and whatnot. But if I could probably run a little bit of speed, summon special attack or whatever. Probably drop. Actually, no, yeah, that's good. I don't know, but I could probably set up a flame charge. Probably set up a flame charge and maybe have a mix attacker. I don't know. Don't want to give up all my secrets. No one's probably gonna watch this video, so I'm probably not even worried about that. Again, good coverage. Sacred Fire is amazing. Entei's best move. Also gets Flare Blitz to hit hard. Yeah. It's probably my main answer for if someone brings an offensive fairy type. I'll probably try to EV so that like let's say Mega Diancie. If Mega Diancie comes, I'm gonna try to EV it so that it can take one hit from Diamond Storm and proceed to blow it back, hopefully with an Iron Head. But yeah, Bulldoze, of course, that's great. If I want to get cheeky, I could do a fire spin with a toxic set to trap, like with max HP. This is all like speculation. I might not do it, but if I want to bring like a little more of a defensive set with the fire spin and the fire spin and toxic, I could do that to trap. So that's Entei. I have lots of plans. I'm gonna use this. A lot of people use it only one way, but I do plan on using this offensively and defensively. I might even, depending on the matchup and the threats, I might even bring this as assault vessel. But hey, yeah, you have to see. Next up, we have Shaman. Shaman again, base 100 straight down, which is perfect. I can go however I want. Yeah, I could go however I want. Go offensive. Oops. Go however I go offensive. Okay, my cursor's messing with me right now. Okay. Offensive. Go defensive. So again, it all depends on the matchup and what I foresee being the biggest threat on their team. Well, yeah, so this HP stat is, I love it. I just love that. Natural Cure, which is great, gives me a switch in for Toxic, Thunder, Wave, etc., etc. Um, could run, literally, run this however I want. If I need to be offensive, defensive, um, yeah, physically defensive. It also acts as a great cleric. Um, I could bring Healing Wish, Aromatherapy, um, of course Seed Flare, and Seed Bomb, so that's great offensive and defensive. Swords Dance, if I wanted to set up a Tailwind, that would be amazing for a potential late game sweep. Um, yeah, Dazzling Gleam, just more coverage. Let's see here, Air Cutter, which is if I had to bring it, I would probably bring it. Um, Endeavor is not really all that. It's Last Resort, which isn't horrible. Um, get some ghost coverage there with Ominous Wind, which is amazing. I like this here, Worry Seed. So Worry Seed is great. If Pokemon's ability is the issue, I can bring Worry Seed and completely destroy its ability, and go about doing what I need to do. Let me see here. So yeah, that's all I got. Just another versatile mon. I went with a lot of versatility for my draft. I like having lots of options when I'm team building. So we'll see how this goes. We'll definitely see how this goes. Oh, and I also love this right here, Zen Headbutt, because of course one of its weaknesses is Poison type. Um, so again, if they're not expecting it, might be able to hopefully SD, maybe Zen Headbutt. You never know. Okay, next up, Mega Beedrill. Mega Beedrill is a fucking monster. Excuse my language. Um, that's ridiculous. I never need to bring that much attack, but that's ridiculous. 4/4, ridiculous. Its speed, again, probably will never have to bring max speed, because if something's scarfed, it's gonna outspeed it anyway. So might not do that. Um, okay, so again, the adaptability increases the attack by 50%, which is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's a great freaking ability. Um, I can, of course, U-turn, Poison Jab will probably be my main set. Um, it gets access to Toxic Spikes, which I liked a lot. X Scissor, which if I instead of using U-turn and getting switch initiative, if I just want to hit harder, X Scissor I could run. Of course, Drill Run. I don't know where that's at. Drill Run. Um, yeah. Facade. Facade's great. Brick Braid's good. It gets access to Defog, which I never even knew. Acrobatics, Agility. In case I predict. Yeah, of course. Let's see what was here. What else did I like? I like Pin Missile. For those sash users. So if, let's say I come across if they think they're safe with a focus sash, Alakazam, I will click Pin Missile, and that KOs. That completely drops Alakazam. So not worried about that. Um, yeah, or even no, not Twin Needle. Twin Needle's awful. Okay. Yeah. that's Beedrill. Beedrill is like pretty straightforward. Beedrill, you don't really, like I said, I probably won't. I don't care. Knock off. I don't care if the pursuit is great. I don't care if it's predictable. Um, Beedrill has one job, and that's to come in and fuck shit up. Period. I don't want to be overthinking with Beedrill. If I bring Beedrill, not saying I'll bring him every week, but if I bring Beedrill, he's coming in to fuck shit up. Period. All right, next, coming in with Cobalion, which has a great HP stat at 91, so it's pretty fat. Speed 108, which is great. Defense 129, which is exactly what I needed because my team doesn't really have much defense right now. So 129 is defense is pretty good. Okay, so and that defense and attack 90, special attack 90. That's good all around stats, which I like a lot, especially for it being tier 3. Yeah, it being tier 3. So I like that as a tier 3 pick. Of course, we have the stab close combat, which is gonna do work. Flash cannon, focus miss, which I completely hate running, but I will run it a few times. Some setup, we can roar, we can rock polish. Of course, you get a rock polish up, and this thing is adamant, with max speed or whatever. Wouldn't even have to do max speed. I could do like this much speed, right? And this much HP. So it can take a hit, and after a rock polish, I would be able to outspeed any scarf, anything. I could outspeed anything, and proceed to clean up. Let's see here. Of course, the hidden powers will, I don't know. Sacred Sword, which is cool. It says ignores target stats changes. So if anything thinks that it's gonna set up on me, on the defensive side, it won't. If I see a Pokemon that can, I will bring Sacred Sword. Superpower, of course, the stab. Send Headbutt for coverage. Volt Switch for initiative. Taunt for those for the opposing stealth rockers, which is great. Yeah, so yeah, let's see, we have a magnet rise here, which is a great option. To take away one of his weaknesses. I believe his weaknesses are ground and fighting. So that magnet rise will come in clutch, because he outspeeds most ground types, and I wouldn't, because of his HP, I'm not gonna really be afraid of non-stab ground moves. I won't appreciate them, of course, but I don't think I'm really too afraid of them. Yeah, so that's it. We get priority with quick attack. Yeah, and we get workup, which isn't bad. Yeah, so options. I like options. Oh yeah, another big thing. This thing sets up stealth rocks. So since this sets up stealth rocks, that gives me an option for a rocker. Again, this might not always be a rocker, but potentially I can bring it as a rocker. Stone Edge as well, substitute. It gets Calm Mind. Yep, sub Calm Mind. So that's another sub Calm Mind user, which is amazing. Again, roar for those threats, and that's it. Alright, next we have regular Diancie. Let's get into regular Diancie. Its HP is god awful. 50, terrible, 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 terrible. So what? I'm almost always have to bring max HP. Um, but even though it has horrible HP, its attack is 100, special attack is 100, defense is 150, special defense 150. So this 150 defense, I won't even have to bring max defense all the time. I could bring little there, a little there, a little here, and call it a day. Or I could even drop this a little bit, bring this up a little bit. All right. So we have let's go through Stab Ancient Power, which is amazing. Dazzling Gleam, which is cool. It also gets fuck Dazzling Gleam when I get a Moonblast. So that's yeah, Moonblast. Diamond Storm, which is a physical attack you see there. So I would have to run a little physical, but the best thing about Diamond Storm is that here has 50% chance of raising the defense by 1 stage for each hit, which is amazing. Because some things that you might think are checks won't. Especially, let's say, actually, I'm not gonna give away any sets right now. But yeah, we have Explosion here. Yeah, we have Explosion. We have Gyro Ball, which is cool. Heal Bell, so that's another cleric. Another screener. Again, I love these options. I love options. I probably won't bring any psychic coverage on these, even though they'll probably be good against those poison types. But I'm not really. My team isn't afraid of poison types as of right now, especially when you have a Beedrill that can switch into like any poison type. So if I want to go for a sweep, that Rock Polish is there. Stone Edge Psychic sub. Yeah, so let's see what else we got here. Rock Tomb, which is cool, especially on the switching. I love Rock Tomb. Won't do a ton of damage, but it'll do what it needs to do. We have a Trick Room user, a Wonder Room user, which I'll never do. Okay, yeah, and like I said, the screens or whatever. So I have high hopes for this Pokemon. It's not the best, of course, Earth Power. Of course, it's not the best, but it's. I needed a Okay, so as you see here, I had a Fire Water Grass core, right? So this is what I'm gonna start with. Fire Water Grass. That's what I aimed for from the beginning. I wanted a Fire Water Grass core of Pokemon that can potentially. I wanted 2 bulky Pokemon with Starmie, so that's why I had that there. Beedrill, perfect for creating initiative and just smacking hard. Again, Cobalion, initiative and smacking hard. And this brings me to my second core that I wanted, which is Steel, Fairy, and let's go to second half. And Dragon. Alright, but I'll get to Zygarde in a second. Next up we have Murkrow. Murkrow, you look at it, Murkrow kind of sucks. Stats are god awful. Why would I pick Murkrow? For one reason only, Prankster. Prankster is perfect for my team, because I can, with the Eviolite, of course, I'm always going to bring this with Eviolite. Well, most of the time I bring this with Eviolite. It again, depends on the matchups. But yeah, this Pokemon's great. If you think you're gonna set up on a Murkrow, I can end that with Haze. Okay, it goes first. It clears all stat changes. So yeah, I like that a lot. We can do, of course, Nightshade would probably be the best move that I would run on him. Nightshade and Foul Play, for damage, or like if I needed damage. But we also get Tailwind, Taunt, Thunderwave, Toxic, and Whirlwind. So these are amazing right here. I'm not sure. I have to double check to see how Prankster and Whirlwind work, so I'm gonna probably test that out. But all in all, these are amazing. I have Thunderwave here for speed control, Tailwind, which I can set up when we're about to die. Murkrow can surprisingly take hits with the Eviolite, and it's just annoying. Like, Murkrow will be extremely annoying. I'm not sure if anybody realizes that yet. But Murkrow is gonna give, if maybe not against the tier 1 threats or tier 2 threats, but against the tier 3 and down, tier 3, 4, and 5, Murkrow will give you a hard time. Again, it's kind of like if I see something is a Scarfer, because every team is going to have to bring a Scarfer in order to outspeed my Beedrill, because Beedrill is that much of a threat. If you don't bring something that can outspeed Beedrill, meaning a Scarfer, you're gonna lose. They'll completely lose the game. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna identify the Scarfer and Thunderwave it. That's the plan. That's the plan. Other than that, let's see here. We can also get a Confide, which is it's a good move. Feather Dance, which is a good move. Flatter, which is a good move. I could potentially do this is scum, but I could do a Flatter, Mean Look, Thunderwave, and Perish Song. So I'll have to be banking on misses, but that's besides the point. Oh, misses are the hacks. I have to hope for hacks. Screech, which is another move that's great for say I'm about to die, hit a threat with Screech, can bring in my heavy hitter and end its life. So yeah, this ton of different ton of great moves. I asked them if there was a swagger clause. They said there is. So whatever. It's fucking gay. Excuse my language. We have Rain Dance, but maybe in the future. But I have no plans on running a Rain Dance yet. Next up, we have Electros, aka the most versatile Pokemon in the game. Because of its levitate ability, it has no weaknesses other than Mold Breaker, Earthquake, which only. Oh yeah, and Earth Power from what is that called? From Kieran Black. So that's only 3 mods, and there are 11 teams. So I'm not really worried about that. And if I see, Exodrill's gonna be a pain, but I have plans for Exodrill. That's besides the point. We have here. Let's start with his stats. 85 HP, which isn't awful. I don't mind it at all. Could definitely work with it. 115 attack, which is good. I like 115 attack. 80 in both defenses. His speed is awful, but I plan on using its bad speed to my advantage. I plan on using its bad speed to my advantage. Using it to get an initiative with Volt Switch. Okay. So that's special attack isn't awful, 105. So I can run physical or special. Of course, the most common set is with the assault vest. Um, I'm I use Electros like in OU. Um, so I have in my game, like in my actual game, I have an Electros that's EV'd to take two with the assault vest on, of course. Take two. It can take two hyper voices from a Mega Gardevoir, modest, which is crazy because like Mega Gardevoir hits like a fucking tank. So um, Electros has a ton of potential, ton of potential. You can already see it. Acid Spray, Aqua Tail, Brick Break. We can set up with a coil, Crunch for coverage, Discharge for stab, and with a 30% chance of paralyzing. Um, Dragon Tail, Dragon Pulse, Dragon Claw. So it's coverage, coverage, coverage. Um, Drain Punch, coverage. Fire Punch, coverage. Flamethrower, coverage. Flash Cannon, coverage. Giga Drain, coverage. Grass Knot, coverage. It's getting out of hand now. This is getting out of hand. Home Claws, setup. Knockoff, coverage. Light Screen. Outrage? Are you serious? Outrage. Power Up Punch on the switch-ins. Could we even run Resto Chesto? Because fuck you. Signal Beam, coverage. Rock Slide, coverage. Roar, get out of here. Sleep Talk, no. Sub. Super Fang, which is huge. Super Fang, oh my goodness. You got a wall? No, I'm cutting that in half. Super Fang is amazing. Super Power, amazing. Never run Thunder. Never, never, never. I don't rock with this. I don't rock with that. Thunderbolt though, yes. Thunder Punch if I want to. Thunder Wave. Speed Control. Toxic from walls. U-turn to get me out of there. Volt Switch to get me out of there. Wild Charge, maybe because Wild Charge hits harder than, because the attack is higher. Wild Charge would hit harder than Thunderbolt. So there's potential. Okay. So let's get out here. He's too slow for Sub Punch, which is unfortunate. So it kind of stinks. Gastro Acid. Yes. Yes, please. Catch that Haxorus on the switching. Gastro Acid. Yeah. Another thing that gets Rain Dance. Another thing that gets Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb's amazing. Rock Tomb is amazing. So yeah, this is just another good Pokemon all around. Iron Tail. Never. Ion Dilute. I never. Never heard of this. That's extremely interesting. That is extremely interesting. That's extremely interesting. Yeah, that's extremely interesting. I don't know. Okay, that's actually bad. So yeah, I have big plans for Electros. More than likely, this Pokemon will come a lot. Can't even bullshit you. Can't even bullshit you. But yeah, that's it. And I needed an electric type. I wanted a fast electric type, but I figured if I can't get a fast electric type, I want Electros. If Electros wasn't available, I would have been probably shit out of luck, or I'd have to go like Manectric or Raichu or something stupid. But I definitely take electric over both of those. Just because I waited a long time to get an electric type, I probably could have finessed. My last options I wanted, so I didn't want to have to go with like Raikou or anything like that. But yeah, so I just like Electros a lot. Their versatility is too much. Next up, we have Sigi or Soho. Sigilith, which is amazing. It has here two abilities that are great. First one is Magic Guard. So it's immune to. It's another switch in for like burns or toxics. I wouldn't mind that. Um, got the tinted lens here, um, which is cool for like offensively. You might think that it's not very effective, but then it hits um, double. So that's amazing. Uh, I have plans for this. Hopefully, I can run some sets. Okay, let's go to its stats. 103 um, special attack, 97 speed. Um, HP is not amazing. Defenses aren't amazing. Attack's awful. So on paper, this doesn't really look special, but this is like known as a great like bailout button with the focus sash, because and then its coverage is amazing. Like you see here, stab air slash angel power. Let's see, dark pulse, dazzling gleam, energy ball, flash cannon, heat wave, which is I love. Ice beam. Uh, it's stab psychic and side shock, shadow ball, signal beam. Yeah, I wouldn't do send headbutt. But yeah, so pretty good coverage. Um, yeah, pretty, very good coverage. Of course, this has potential for being a screener. Um, this can be a tricker. Um, of course, it gets cycle shift. So if I wanted to do something like here we go, flame orb, a cycle shift. I can do that. Um, so yeah, I can good options. Yeah, good options. So I'm not. Yeah, I like this. I have options with this mod. Um, and of course, let's see. What's one more move? Another T waiver. Like I said, I love speed control. Speed control is probably the best thing you can do in this kind of format. And the fact that I have two natural cure users. Um, I have two natural cure users, and so speed control against me, and I have Electros and Zygarde and Doug Trio. So speed control against me won't really be as effective. That's what I kind of drafted because T Wave is the best move in the game in my opinion. T Wave, it puts your opponent in a bad spot, and then it also has the dice rolling whether or not you're even going to attack. You have a 1 out of 4 chance of not even being able to attack, on top of your attack being dropped by 2 stages. So I love T Wave a lot. Let's see here. Um, and then I like the Sigalith as my flying type. Um, a flying type that's not weak to stealth rocks is rare and it's great. So I can switch this in freely on rocks with no real issue. Alright, so next up we have Zygarde. Zygarde, let's start with his stats actually. His stats are solid. 108, 108 HP, good. Base 100 attack, which I love a lot. For my plans for Zygarde, it doesn't. If it had less than 100, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. But 100 base attack is perfect for it. 121 defense, which is cool. Um, I can gotta run some calcs, but there's a few moves I can take if I properly plan for them. So people are gonna think that they're gonna try to exploit. If they try to exploit Zygarde's weaknesses, um, I will be prepared. I will not make it easy for anybody to exploit Zygarde's ground dragon type. Of course, like I said earlier, he goes with my fairy steel dragon core that I wanted. That was actually a priority. At this point in the draft, there weren't many great dragon types that I kind of wanted. I was also looking at Druddigon, but Zygarde is a little more. I could do more with Zygarde offensively. Um, yeah, I can do a little more with Zygarde offensively. So I do have plans for that. We have we have the setup for coil. So once when I can get rid of all the threats. If I can get two coils up, two coils up. Wait a second, where is it at? Where is it at? Extreme speed. We could be able to sweep. Depending, of course, on the threats, but not many Pokemon can take that. We have Draco Meteor. He gets D-Dance, which is anything that gets D-Dance is great because you can get a D-Dance up, two D-Dance up, and you're probably destroying the team. Of course, we have Dragon Tail, Earthquake, E-Speed. It stinks that he doesn't get. Oh, he gets Outrage. Let's say it stinks that he doesn't get Dragon Claw, but that's cool. Can work around that. We have Glare to paralyze Haze. Eliminates all stat changes for anybody that's trying to set up on me. Okay, we have he gets Pain Split, which is whatever. Some rock coverage, rock slide. Gets Stone Edge is another form of coverage. Sledge Wave to hit those fairy types, and even though its special attack is only 81, you can still run some. You know what I mean? You can still run a little investment, a little thing here and there. So get sub. So I gotta see. This is my first time using Zygarde. But I really like, when I looked at it, I really like its stats. It's all overall stats. It's Dragon Breath, which has a chance of paralyzing, which I will bring. I think I'll not bring it. Yeah, so Iron Tail, of course, for coverage. You get the Sunny Day, which isn't bad. But yeah, so Zygarde is he's not the best dragon, not by any means, but it should be able to perform the role that I wanted to do. Just because it has enough coverage on it for it to be effective. Again, Earth Stab and Dragon Stab, there's nothing like between those two. Like steel. This thing deals with steel types. Um, Poisons. It has a serious weakness to ice type, but that's cool. It's a switching for T-Wave. You can't T-Wave it, which I appreciate a lot. Excuse me. Yeah, and that's it for now. I have lots of plans for this. Next up, we have Doug Trio, which is fast as book. Another stealth rocker, so it gives me 3 stealth rockers on my team, which is great. I love having the option. It gets right here, Arena Trap. So if I see any if I see any threats to like a poison type or any threats, anything that doesn't look like it could take a hit, I will bring Dugtrio in and destroy it. Um, like let's say my first week, I'm playing against somebody with a Mega Charizard. Um, if they try to set up on me, I will. I'm not going to say my plan, but I have a great plan for that. And this thing can deal with it. So I'm not worried. Um, yeah, I'm not worried about many threats. This Pokemon. Um, again, I don't plan on bringing it in like a ton of different sets or whatever. Probably I have like 3 or 4 in mind. Um, I love Memento. It gets home claws, but doubt I'll be only on the switch out maybe. Would I use home claws? But I doubt I'll really run it like that. Rock slide, of course. I'll do rock slide over Stone Edge, just because it has that chance of flinching, and since I'll probably outspeed everything, that'll be cool. We got Sucker Punch to pick off some threats. Yeah, Stealth Rocks. A fast Toxicer, which isn't bad at all. If I want to scout with Endure, because if someone brings something in on Dugtrio, and I know that it doesn't have priority, I will hit Endure to scout to see what it got to do, what it's gonna do, and proceed to react accordingly. Even gets Fisher not playing. Can't use Fisher. Um, yeah, so that's it. This is it'll be very. I have to bring this on very specific matchups. Um, but again, it's great to have another fast stealth rocker, so that my team isn't as predictable. Um, yeah, so it gives me another stealth rocker. I have 3 stealth rockers. Let me see. How many? I got one spinner. Um, one spinner. Let's see what we got here. Good defog. Yup. 2 defoggers. Wait, does it get defog too? Yeah, 2 defoggers. We have a shit ton of options for we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Thunderwave options. Let me see. Let me make sure this gets Thunderwave. Yep. Let's see here. Does it get Thunderwave? No, this doesn't get Thunderwave. Okay, so I think I have like 3 options. 1, 2, 4 options for Thunderwave. We have a Glare, so that's plenty of paralysis. Everything gets toxic. I have 1 option for Poison Spikes. So I'm looking at it. I'm pretty sure everybody else is like, "Oh, this team doesn't make any sense," but I like it a lot. And yeah, it goes with my plan. I did get sniped a little bit, or a lot of it actually. But I preferred the options I had. I had a chance of getting Tangrowth over Shaman, because that's what I was thinking. But Shaman hits so much harder, and it's more of an offensive threat than Tangrowth, even though Tangrowth is defensively, in my opinion, it's a little better. But Shaman's amazing, so I needed Shaman. Once when I saw it was open and available, I took it. It's probably, other than like Mega Venusaur, it's probably like it's on the better half of grass types you can take, and grass types are actually really good in the draft league format. Um, let's see, I'm kind of rambling. So that's it. My team is called the Dot Ave Grand Bullies. Um, don't ask me why. I might have been smoking before I picked that team name. So, hey, fuck it. Yeah. So that's all. Thank you for checking the team out. The battles will be done on Showdown, so I'll be uploading them, and that's it. Take care.